We are fortunate to be watching two of the best players in this competition, the Owen Edwards Challenge, Richard Hinks from Victoria and Gary Phipps from Western Australia. Gary, I think both of them have lost only one game, and they're both playing extremely well. They've got to hoop 3 in their 1st to 7 golf croquet game. And Greg, welcome.
Yes, good morning, Kate. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And don't the conditions look wonderful? I expected top of 24 in Melbourne today, currently 18, and nice to see those blue skies.
It's a beautiful day. It's the kind of day you hope for. Not too hot, just perfect for watching a game of croquet. And that was Gary on the blue and black, trying to trickle into the hoop from quite an acute angle. And Richard Hinks is now hitting towards the hoop and coming off. So I'm not quite sure of the scores at this stage.
Yes, both of these players played.
We think it may...
Yes. Yes, both players played extremely well yesterday, and you can expect after a day's play that they'll get the feel for the lawn and play a lot more precise and hit a few more shots. So we're going to be treated to some great play today. Of course, we've got some of the best players in the country participating. A lot of them from Victoria. And I wouldn't be surprised if a few little upsets here and there.
Victoria, of course, being quite an
like
eminent
true champions,
state.
they'll come back and do. Yes, well, from a state perspective, Victoria have won the Interstate Shield more than anyone else in golf croquet, and always fielding an extremely strong side that's filled with international talent.
But you have to say Gary Phipps has come into this competition the Australian champion. He is odds on to win, but everyone in the field has won a game and everyone has lost at least one game. So it's quite an open competition. We've got 12 players and today we have 5 games, 5 rounds, and the results from yesterday could easily be upset today. Now, we're just waiting to learn.
Yes, you're right. On current form, Gary
scores are.
It's just making sure that hoop is tight. Maybe call the referee perhaps, but we'll just making sure before he has a crack at it.
Yes, there has been one game on the courts already today. I'm not sure that the referee came out and banged in the hoops at the end of it, and there have been some fairly mighty cracks of balls against the hoops. This may have shaken them in the soil. I think they may be waiting for the referee. It's just standing chatting. I didn't see a mallet go up. No, he's prepared to play.
right, so blue ball to play, making hopefully a nice position down here at hoop 4. Doesn't want to go too far past. Bit of an angly hoop, but still controls the hoop. Red ball will be looking to get a nice position in front. Probably not too close to blue, because blue will just hit it away and it's turn.
So in
we've
fact,
actually
it's
got
Richard Hinkst
Richard
against
playing
Darren McLaughlin.
And you're wise to pull up short so blue doesn't take it away. So black to play, probably looking for a nice position and possibly blocking red from running the hoop. He's come just on the other side.
And we now have confirmation of the scores. Darren McLaughlin, sorry, introducing him as Gary. It is in fact Darren McLaughlin from Deniliquin, who is playing blue and black, and Richard Hinkst is playing red and yellow. So this is Darren, who is now in play. Maybe going to send his black ball a little forward.
Yeah, so red with a couple of options. With yellow sitting there, he could probably take out the blue and take out black in the next turn. But he's just checking it out to make sure that it is a runnable hoop before he makes that decision.
Wouldn't black play before yellow?
Need to be. Yes, it needs to be very accurate with this stroke.
It's not clear to me. It looks as if black has a chance of going into the hoop, not scoring it perhaps because it's quite close and a little bit on the leg, but could go in, and black plays next. So perhaps he might want to clear black or even go in himself off black, do you think?
Yes, yes.
And I
He's
think
done
he's
that
claiming
beautifully.
that hoop. That went straight through past both blue and black without touching either of them, without touching the sides of the hoop, so much so the ball came bouncing back and almost moved the balls from its rebound, which would be not a legal movement. So he ran to prevent that. You don't often see croquet players running. Here we come with the replay. Perhaps we can slow this down.
Oh, it's beautifully done. You never underestimate your opponent. They'll come and hurt you every time. That was a beautiful stroke. This is a nice
So the
angle
score's
looking at
gone
the
to
stroke
2-2.
towards black. Oh, a bit unlucky.
There's Darren. He must have forgotten to collect all his clips. He's gone to get the rest of them from the box. I have known people who take only half their clips in the first iteration. They say, oh, no, I'll get the rest of them when I run 3 hoops, then I'll get the other 3 clips. But Darren's already got 2 clips on, but he's gone to get some more. 2 balls nicely in front.
Yeah, so Darren in control of this next hoop. Puts a bit of pressure on the red and yellow to hit in. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Bit unlucky going
I
through
think
the
it may have
gap.
been an attempted hoop shot.
He's positioned that nicely. Gives him a really good advantage for the next hoop by jawsing the ball. Red and yellow are going to find it very difficult to get it out of there. So he can set himself up nicely for hoop 6. So Richard
And
identifying
I
the fact
think
that this
that
hoop
yellow
is
has
too difficult and
conceded.
giving. So a couple of choices. He could hit his partner ball through and score the point. But given the position, red may actually hit the black out. So just put him in a safety ball just in case.
Yes, I notice he's positioned it just to the side of the hoop so that he has a clear run to the next hoop if it's not needed. And also it won't get hit out if yellow manages to hit if red manages to hit black away, which it didn't do. I think it hit blue. Mm.
So Darren about to take the lead at 3-2. And as we say, he's taken up the position right up the next hoop.
But not in front. So Richard has possibility of taking a position which is hidden from black. I think he may have achieved that.
No, it was a nice shot. Only just missing to the side. Unfortunate
He
not
was
to
hidden from
rob it in
black.
the jaws.
He has moved black, though. Maybe black now can see yellow. I don't think it can. When we come back, we'll have a look at that. So red coming up to take position in front of hoop 6. Of course, they go through all the hoops twice. So this is hoop 6, and they'll start off the next round going round anti-clockwise. Yes. Looks as if black might just have a sight on yellow. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice shot. So with the other two balls on the non-playing side, yellow's got a chance now to take control of the hoop and possibly wire from the blue ball. So he just does want to push up a little bit short just to make sure that still early in the day to get the feel for the court. And he's done it. Ooh, he's
What
done
a
it
beautiful
beautifully.
shot.
Or blue might have a little bit. Yeah, it's just gone
It's
a
got
little
black
too
on the other
far.
side. Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it was wide.
Not clear to me whether yellow can actually go in. It might be just a little bit too far over. Of course, red to play. What would you do here, Greg?
With blue in the position on the non-playing, wiring red to blue, and he's right putting it a little bit deeper. It just puts it in a nice spot to secure it. Blue can't do much about the yellow, so he may have to have a shot here.
So will yellow just wait for blue to come through?
Well, he can afford to be patient. Even if he comes off to the side a little bit, blue can't hit yellow. It can't do much about the red. Both players are very good jumpers, so even if the ball is in the hoop, they're still quite good shots. But yeah, it looks like he's having a look to get it in there.
So if they're touching, blue can now hit yellow right away and come through onto the other side. I wonder if we can get a camera angle which shows us whether those balls are touching. I don't think they are. If they're not touching, it's quite a problematic shot because the ball could bounce back onto the mallet, which is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. If they're not touching, blue could hit yellow and then blue bounce back from yellow onto the mallet, creating a double tap, what's called a double tap, which is a fault. So we've got the referee coming to have a look at the positions
of the ball. There's also the option of deeming, which means the player doesn't actually play their stroke and the balls remain in the same position.
I think that may be what's happened because Darren's standing well away. It doesn't look as if he's going to take his shot at all. And Richard is, it's blue, if blue has deemed, it's red to play. He's just moving into a jumping position, I think. Hidden from black. He's tried to move all of them. Now, blue has come off black. I'm not sure whether that would count as a contact with yellow. If it's a contact with yellow, then it's legal. That's not counted as offside. But if it came only from being hit by black, then it's offside and Richard can run the hoop and then direct the opponent ball across to the penalty spot. I think he thinks that blue must have come off yellow. He wants to bring blue back so he doesn't give him the advantage on hoop 7.
With red next to play, it gives Richard a good advantage with yellow already in a position. He'd be wanting to looking at possibly blocking the yellow being hit by the black ball, which is down on the bottom boundary. But just in front, he'll be happy with. Black might have a nice juicy target with the ball and the hoop and possibly make an in-off opportunity. But he definitely wants to hit that yellow ball. Not an easy shot.
and went straight past.
So an opportunity for Richard to make it 3-all and tie things up.
Oh,
Still in a safe position with the opposition ball way down the other end. So he's still in control. It's just unfortunate it didn't go through for him.
will he try and send yellow through, do you think? He looks as if he's going to do quite a firm shot. Oh, he's done that thing that you really never want to
Yes.
do on that hoop.
Sometimes
He has no shot with red.
so Black's is on an offside position, so it's going to the penalty area on the other side. With next to play when Blue heading towards hoop 7.
But both red and yellow really badly positioned from Richard's point of view to get to hoop 7. So we're gone to 3-all.
Yes, if either ball can't get across.
I think he has a major difficulty with the red. I think that was trapped in the hoop by sending yellow through. But he didn't really need to do that. Yeah.
So Darren, a couple of options. He could double load and with red away from the hoop, or he could get rid of that yellow ball and secure the hoop with the blue.
Well, he really needs to get rid of yellow because yellow could run the hoop.
Chosen to do.
Yellow. Yep. Now we have the clip going on the hoop. Good. Score is 3-all as marked by that yellow clip going on the hoop. And Richard's just checking whether blue can run the hoop. It looks as if it can. And of course, blue is next after yellow. In this game, there is a fixed order of the balls. You play the balls always in the same order. They appear on the centre peg. Blue, red, black, and then yellow, and then start again with blue. So Richard playing yellow wants to get right across to the blue, which is in a running position in front of hoop 7. And he was hoping to hit it, but it's gone straight through to the boundary and rebounded off the wall.
Just trying to get it into the jaws and get an advantage for the next hoop. Unfortunately, it's just gone to the blue. You'll be able to make it next time.
Red, of course, trying to hit it out. But I think yellow has quite a good shot at it. It could even be in off from there. And a shot where it connects with the ball and then pops through the hoop. And Darren
You're right.
attempting
And Black
to block
trying to
so
block
that
the
that
shot.
does not happen. Yeah. I wonder if we can see that from ground level to see whether that is a block along the line behind the Z player. Well, he's not satisfied with that. A few practice swings going on over there.
And nicely done, coming down towards the next.
Yeah, so Darren has gone to 4-3. The scoreboard is correct. Up comes Red, going to try and be a bit closer to the hoop, and has achieved exactly that. Now they're coming back through what was hoop 1 and is now hoop 8. And they came off this hoop quite a few times when they were struggling over hoop 1. So we don't know how tight this is, but it may be quite a tight hoop. Very nice.
Nicely
Clearance.
done, making sure the black is.
So we need to see where Red is. Because Red's to play. That's Red on the boundary. Is Richards coming over to check the chances that Black has of going through the hoop next. He's not actually proposing to play Black. He's just standing there pretending he is the player of Black and thinking, would Black get into the hoop?
Darren having a go, and rightly so. Obviously, the hoops are a bit tight here at Canley. Well, not easy shots when they're on a slight angle. And another attempt from Richard. So Blue an opportunity now to come into a hoop running position and be able to remove the yellow ball when it's Black's turn to play. With Blue in such a good position, Red's probably lining up for that ball. He's coming across. And nicely done getting red maximum distance to come back to try and hit the blue.
And blue has travelled a long way away. Here comes Darren, preceded by his shadow, coming to strike blue back at hoop 8. They're struggling quite a lot over hoop 8, and the ball has bounced off it a couple of times. They did have trouble going through it the other way when it was hoop 1, so it may be a bit tighter than the others. So yellow to play and clear blue. He was hoping for an in-off, I think. There was that little dip of the knees, which he does when it hasn't quite achieved what he was hoping for.
So Richard, looking at the two options here, either removing the blue ball and holding a position in front of the hoop or having a crack for the hoop. So he's decided it's probably a little bit far out with the last couple of attempts. And a nice little stun shot, which he's doing, just to give blue the maximum distance and stay close to the hoop. Black would probably be looking at a wiring position from the yellow ball, so it doesn't remove it in its next turn. And he looks like he's got pretty close to it.
Yeah, so you'd be thinking, well, yellow can take position, red can go into it, can clear black. Yellow needs to take position where it can jump if red's displaced and black goes in. Oh. Oh dear, that's frustrating for him. So that's not in a running position, which I think was what he was aiming for.
So it looks like black's going to make its way to the boundary and possibly give yellow a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, if you can manage to hit black down so that yellow is wired by the hoop, if you can just, or blocked by blue. Oh no, he's saying no, the knees went down. Oh, shot.
Yes, he meant that one.
And they both clear.
Blue in a nice running position.
Yeah, beautiful. The one plus is that yellow can still see blue. And blue is next and in a running position, so yellow really must clear blue. Oh no, perhaps he thinks blue is not in a running position. We can't quite see that. Maybe it's beside rather than in front. Yeah. Oh,
This now gives Richard a bit of an advantage now that he's holding a hoop running position. Both blue and black are quite a distance away, and it was a difficult shot to remove. So we can expect Darren to have a bit of a crack at this red one. And positioned nicely. So in his next planning ahead, blue more than likely hitting red and leaving black in a hoop running position would be his thinking. A little unfortunate, but this gives red and yellow an opportunity now to level the scores at 4-all if he can make this hoop. Nicely done. He'll be very happy with that. Positional play really important for the next one. If we can get the ball right in front, it'll just put the pressure on the opponent. And it scores at 4-all. You really want to give yourself maximum chance at the next two.
yes, it's getting close to decision time, isn't it? 4 hoops all. The next 3 hoops, one or other wins them. That's game. So here we go. Black to take position in front of hoop 9 over the far side of the court. And I think he may have gone a bit further than he wanted to. Though players do often take up a position close to the short boundary so they can clear running balls a long distance across to the other boundary. And yellow is short on the other side. Now, these are the balls that might be runners.